All right, I don't know what time it is on your clock, but I know what I'm getting ready for. It is time for the Professional CISO Podcast with David Malaco.
Our guest is Edison Humphries. Currently, he's the Vice President and CISO at MasTec. Again, big civil construction company. So love to talk about the human side of this, right? So we all start somewhere. What started this spark with you, and how does that transfer into becoming a CISO today?
My first job was in Jamaica as a computer operator.
Really?
I eventually moved over into the PC world.
Yes.
Foxborough, back in those days,
Yeah,
writing
yeah.
applications in Foxborough. Then I moved to the United States, and I started focusing on network administration.
Right.
And then I moved to network engineering, firewall engineering, and then I eventually moved from firewall administrator to the company I was working with at the time. They had an opening for security manager, and they asked me if I wanted to take on the role. Luckily, I had two good managers, both in my previous job and my current job, who understood that, and they kind of helped me with my weaker areas. They helped me deal with those and helped me stress my stronger areas. And having that kind of support is really important to be successful.
The mentorship side of things, for sure.
Yeah. When you have good people, ambitious people on your team,
Yes.
people who are smart, there's nothing wrong with them if they leave. And you can't take it personally. You just got to understand that's a natural, normal path for good talent.
You got to give up your selfishness.
Right.
Yeah.
The current crop of people that we have at MasTec,
Right.
we have a great team. It's the greatest group of people I've ever worked with.
Love it. Talk me through, what are you doing to develop new talent? How do you approach that?
Well, when you get good talent, you have to challenge them. You have to keep them interested, give them interesting projects to work on, and just treat people like people.
Keep it interesting, keep it good, but
Treat people fairly.
treat people fairly, right?
that's-
We were talking before this, and I totally agree with you on this aspect. Our role's kind of solitary, right?
Yeah.
Very standalone.
It's alone in the sense of you make a decision, and that decision is yours, and you don't know how it's going to come out. You made a decision based on what you know at the time, and you got to stand behind it. Now, it's not lonely in the sense that it's just you. It's a one-man show. It's not.
Right.
But when you make a call, that's you. Even if it's a consensus call, it's still your call, and you're responsible for it if it goes wrong.
We're here as the Professional CISO Podcast. What are your views on professionalizing the role?
The role has to professionalize. There's just no option. Customers are asking, what are you guys doing with XYZs? Even companies that probably organically don't need a CISO are going to find they need one because customers and stakeholders are asking for one
Absolutely.
and requiring the things that a CISO brings to the floor.
All right, guys. Edison Humphries, Vice President and CISO of MasTec, thank you today for being on the show. We truly
Thanks for having
appreciate it. Colleagues and friends, I renew the call. It's time to professionalize the role of the CISO. And so until next time, I wish you health, happiness, and success on your journey in becoming the professional CISO. Let's do this.
We're professionalizing the CISO role, so please subscribe to the Professional CISO Podcast.